Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in this week to another episode of Holding Court with the Empress of WeHo. My name's Enoch, your Empress here in West Hollywood. And we just want to thank again our amazing partners here for Gaylifela.com as well as White Rabbit Partners. And we have an extra special sponsor, which I'm really excited for the next month. We have Impulse Group. And if anyone here doesn't know, in Los Angeles, and they have over 22 chapters, but Impulse Group is an all-volunteer community organization that started in West Hollywood about 9 years ago. 22 chapters around the world. They advocate for safety, safe sex, healthy lifestyle in the gay community, and you can always go to Impulse LA or just impulsegroup.org, Impulse LA on their Facebook pages for more information about what they do. But we're really excited to have them as a partner for the next few weeks, and we'll be getting some more details of some fun things they'll be offering here in the beginning of September. And if everyone hasn't seen it yet online or either just in an email, go to WeHoville.com to check out the Best of WeHo, which is going to be coming up here probably close to the September time, where they're going to be doing the best of different restaurants like hamburger joints, pizza places, gyms, salons, anything and everything you can think of. So go vote online for your best location here in West Hollywood, for the best places to go, eat, shop, play, and stay, and show your support for the best businesses we have here in our community. I want to welcome our amazing guest, Kyle Langen. And Kyle here is, you live here in West Hollywood or Los Angeles?
On the border. So
you're right on the cusp. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were originally from, go way back from the womb. Let's go back to the birth canal. You were born originally in Denver, Colorado.
I was.
Okay. And then you moved out east to West Deptford, New Jersey. And how about old were you when your family moved that way?
So we actually moved to Pennsylvania first, and I lived there for a little bit, and then I moved to West Deptford when I was probably first grade-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about 5, 6, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And kind of you just kind of had your basically whole experience in New Jersey. Were you a Jersey boy at all? You didn't Jersey Shore it up or anything like that?
No, I didn't. I kind of no, I hope no. I really wasn't the stereotypical Jersey boy, but I've been to the Jersey Shore, but we didn't go there all the time. Yeah, it wasn't fist pumping.
No, he didn't. I don't even remember what it is that they do, something with tanning, working out, and laundry.
Sleeping.
Laundry, yeah. Some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's why we're in WeHo. But so tell us a little bit, because a lot of people have this kind of weird stipulation when it comes to East to West Coast, because especially East Coast living is so night and day because you have seasons, first of all.
Yes.
But also it's just the type of lifestyle that they have around there is completely different. Kind of give us your experiences of the differences or similarities between East and West Coast.
Yeah. Well, the difference is I feel when I first moved here, I kind of compared the two a lot.
Okay.
And the adjustment was kind of tricky.
Got it.
The East Coast is much more fast-paced.
Got it. Yeah, definitely.
What else? I guess just the people. I think the people are. I hear that people say that the people are not as friendly on in New York areas.
Okay.
But I think they're just friendly in a more aggressive way.
Well, and it's from what my experience, quite frankly, is they have shit to do. They got to get somewhere. They got to get stuff done. And if you're in the way, you're in the way. Kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas LA, and then you'll get the opposite from what I hear from people in New York saying about LA people is we're kind of lazy, we're slow, we're beach mode. But on the flip side, we like to chill.
Right. It's more direct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Here they might blow you off, and New York they'll just be mean to you.
They're just screw you, go away.
Yeah.
So really, what did you move right after high school to LA? Because I know you had some. You went to a college in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It was University of Newcastle.
Right.
You were there until 2009.
I went there for 6 months.
Okay,
so
6 months.
I studied abroad in 2009.
Great.
But I went to DeSales University, which is a small private school in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And after I graduated DeSales, I'd been going to the Hamptons, Montauk area. Growing up. So instead of the Jersey Shore,
you guys went to Montauk. Okay.
So yeah. So when I graduated college, I moved back there and just started waiting tables for the summer. And then I went and did that for 2 summers, and then I was just kind of
I've had it.
Yeah. What am I actually doing with my
Right.
life? So then I packed up my car and just like drove out here.
Oh, you did the whole drive across.
Oh yeah, I did like a cross country
wow.
introspective road trip. Yeah.
That's so well,
by myself.
That my partner's done that before. He said because he went from LA to New York.
Okay.
And then New York for 10 years and then moved back to LA.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he said it was the greatest and worst trip he's ever done in his life.
Well, it's scary because like you'll be in the desert of like New Mexico,
right?
Like nothing around. Like if I get a flat tire, like
the worst is Kansas City or Kansas, like going through Wichita or like the places that are just like flat and
there's
dead.
There's
nothing
there
for miles.
Yeah.
So I don't envy those road trips at all.
Yeah.
I did half the country. I went from Kansas City to here. I'm like, no, never again. But you've got a kind of a very broad education background with what you've been doing. When you went into sales, you started originally doing elementary education and then switched to communications.
Yes.
What was kind of the inspiration to switch to communications?
So I went to school for education, and I knowing my mom was like pretty well connected in like the education system in my hometown. So I was like, well, I'll definitely get a job as a teacher.
Got it.
And then like I was a sophomore, and I was just like, I don't think that I kind of like want to see like what else is out there. So then I switched to journalism or communications.
Got it.
And then I just started like writing my life away.
Okay. And really you've just gotten involved in anything when it comes to writing. You got involved in your newspaper in college, your radio, like whatever the radio station.
A radio show.
You had your own radio show, right. And then you just started literally just writing out the wazoo.
For anyone who would like publish me, basically.
Anyone who would take him, he was yours.
Yes.
Dollar makes him holler. So, but you've also done a lot of really cool things with the Arthritis National Research Foundation. You were a marketing specialist for them.
Yeah.
You worked for the agency, which was a realty company, which is was it based out here?
Beverly Hills.
Oh, was it in Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did a social media manager for them. And then now we'll talk about it a little bit later, but now you're doing your Hamptons to Hollywood, which is lifestyle living from basically from East to West Coast and how you do the two, basically.
Right.
But before that, I want to talk a little bit about your other passion that you did was entertainment, writing and producing, and kind of what got you. Did film bring you out to LA?
Originally.
Okay.
I didn't know what I wanted to do something in like entertainment or media, and I wasn't really sure what, because I kind of had done a lot of stuff, like all the writing. I was did like some acting stuff when I was little, so I wanted to move to LA to kind of like just figure out, like get more of like a direction, because this is like the place to be.
Yeah. So were you more on the writing side than you were the actual acting side, or was it a little bit of both?
When I was younger, I did a lot of acting.
Okay.
I was like 11 to like.
Did 18. You do any like Gerber commercials or
no,
anything like that?
I wish.
You weren't a Gerber baby.
No, maybe in my next life. No, I didn't really do anything like super. I was in like one movie that I did, but I didn't do anything like super. I did some TV stuff.
Okay. Anything we might know?
There was a show called Royal Pains.
I remember Royal Pains. Yeah. What was your character in that?
I did some like walk on one line stuff, and then I was a stand-in for the lead actor Mark Fierstein.
Okay.
Because we're the same physical type.
Okay.
And I was like an extra, and they like pulled me out because his stand-in like just didn't show up one day.
Oh wow.
And I was like at craft services like eating breakfast, and they said, "Hey, come here."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're this perfect size. We need to like use you for."
Oh, that was like so cool.
Yeah.
And did you like geek out for a while?
I was like, "Oh my god, this is the coolest thing."
Were you able to say like, "Oh my god, that's my ass," like, or that's my back, or that's the back of my head?
Yeah. And I met him. It was really, really cool.
Sweet. So like, was that just like a little thing like you did like for like a couple times, or did you end up becoming like a stand-in for a while?
It wasn't a long period of time.
Okay,
but I did it. They shot it in the Hamptons. So while I was working out there waiting tables, I did that while I was.
Oh, that sounds like fun. That's like really cool.
Yeah.
You need to update your IMDb because it's not on there. But we'll talk about the one thing that is on there, which is actually really cute because I know you were embarrassed by it, but I freaking loved it. You were in a film called The Undertaker's Son in 2012.
Yeah.
Your character's name was Cormac Bailey.
Yes.
And so give us a little premise as to what it was about.
Sure. It was an independent movie that I did, and it was about my character, his father kind of dies and leaves him this undertaking funeral home business.
Got it.
And once he starts taking over everything, he finds out that his dad was involved in some like illicit activity, and he owes like money to like a loan shark, and he gets his girlfriend pregnant, and
so like all this craziness. So basically, he's like selling body parts on the black market kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay. And you're just like, and you just fall into the mess of it all.
Yeah.
Well, if you,
I did some deep character work.
Oh, well, I love the part where he's like, if you'll see it in the clip, if you go and watch the video, but he's got that perfect fetal position he's on the floor. His life is in turmoil, you can tell, and I can totally tell that deep work you did paid off.
Yes,
because it was like some acting. But it's fun stuff like that, because quite frankly, not many people can say they've actually put stuff. Well, especially being on Royal Pains, but I mean, putting stuff out in film or on TV, it's kind of a big deal.
No, I mean, I'm like super like proud of it. It was a cool accomplishment. So I'm definitely like
So really, quite honestly, not even just the main bulk, the epitome of what you've been doing for your career has been writing, and you've done so much stuff. I'm just going to list off a few. I have, again, pages, people, but I'm going to list off a few. He's done stuff for Guest of a Guest, American Beauty Magazine. Oh, I'm going to butcher this again. Say, what's the .com? Adonai. And so, Adonai.com. Yeah, I totally ruined that. You've done stuff, obviously, on magazines, websites. You've done stuff in newspapers. Just some of the articles you've done, Patrick Target and Hurricane Sandy. Palos Verdes Ride for Habitat Humanity, different stuff with the life of a theater student, Jerry O'Connell, the entrepreneur Darnborough, and David Bryant, who's a screenwriter. So, I mean, and then anything from like events, fashion, nightlife, lifestyle.
All over the place.
All of it. What really drove that passion of writing? Because it's not something that many people are good at, and honestly, it is a lot of work, and you have to be good at it.
Yeah.
What really helped inspire that for you?
I don't know. I mean, I read a lot when I was younger.
Okay.
And my parents are both. They were both artists. So my mom was a photographer when I was growing up.
Okay.
My dad was like an art director.
Got it.
So they were very encouraging of like my creative brain. So I think I just like would write like, a 1-2 page story, like book, and they would like read it and like write more, know. So I think
they really encouraged you to pursue just a fun way, and then it turned into something more.
And then they were like, "Oh, great, he wants to do this for a living."
My son's a writer. Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than being an actor, I think. Oh wait, never mind. So, movie. No, I'm kidding. But no, it sounds. I mean, it's great when your parents push you along to discover your passions and find out with that.
So I think that was like the big impetus to kind of explore. And then I just got, I started doing journalism stuff and creative. So it was kind of like all over, just kind of exploring what kind of stuff I wanted to write about. So did
you drift, like, because you had said you did some stuff for screenwriting and stuff like that. Did you drift more away from that, or do you still do that a lot, or sometimes at all?
When I wrote like maybe like 2 or 3 screenplays, like when I was like, in college.
Okay.
And then when I moved out here, I actually joined a writers group, which I was in, like a screenwriters group, which I was in for like 2 years or maybe 2.5 years. And it was a really great like community of people that were really supportive and stuff. But I kind of right around that time, my blog started. I was kind of making that bigger, and I kind of just stopped doing some screenwriting stuff, and just kind of was focused more on like narrative, like long form.
Got it. Okay. Well, and I love some of the stuff you have on here. You've got some of the. If you ever go look on his Facebook page, he has some of the greatest quotes you will ever see. Some of them from really famous people. Like he has one from Dr. Seuss. Another one from that I really like, Jason Derulo. I'm feeling like a star. You can't drop my shine. I'm loving cloud 9. My head's in the sky. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's very much your personality. You're very fun, effervescent, but it's all about having a great time.
Yeah.
And also, which I will steal this and use this as my quote, but I'm Kyle and I like romantic walks to the bar. So if everyone who's watching this that lives in LA knows exactly what you were talking about. But really, kind of you just gotten really hooked on the lifestyle aspect of everything.
Yeah.
Which I'd like to get into now for what your huge thing that you're doing now is your website called From Hamptons to Hollywood.
Yes.
What I know you'd say it was a blog, but kind of what really inspired that writing for you?
Well, I moved from literally from the Hamptons to Hollywood.
Right.
And I met with when I was living in the Hamptons, I met with this this advertising agency. It was the one that designed that, I think it was an Herbal Essence commercial where the woman's like having an orgasm. Do you remember? It's like, she was like, oh yes, but she's like just using like conditioner.
Right, I do remember that. Okay.
So I met with them and they were, and they said, you should start a blog. And I was like, oh, okay, like, sure.
Like, sure,
you seem successful and I should take your advice. So I did, and then, it kind of was just like a creative outlet for me, because when I moved here, I didn't have a job, I didn't know anyone.
Right.
It was just like, I just like wrote. And so that's what it was, for like a journal for maybe like, you know, a year and a half, 2 years. And then with the advent of like social media and like influencers that are like, you know, so prevalent now, I kind of reshaped the site to be more of something that, you know, not just my mom would want to read.
Right.
But like, you know, so I broke it into categories like fashion, food, festivities. Like last year I had like an e-commerce store now.
Got it.
So yeah, it was just kind of like a natural like scaling and progression of what I was doing, and it was kind of being a lifestyle blog. It was just a nice place to have a lot of different aspects of my personality and all make it into like one cohesive.
Well,
spot.
and like my fun part of what you have on there, because you do have some really kind of like informational stuff, kind of things about like where to go, like you said, like food, fun, activities, different things from east to west coast, and what people can do basically around town.
Mm-hmm.
But the great thing that I really liked is, which kind of what you're saying, is that whole your outlet to talk, like making it you, was your Kyle Chronicles that you have on there. Because well, first of all, those are hilarious.
Thank you.
Check out the most recent story and get an insight on speed dating online with an app and the do's and don'ts of that. I'll leave it at that. You can read the story and comment below that story.
Yes.
I already have, and I've prayed for him. To the gay Jesus.
Thank you.
Elton John? I don't remember who he is anymore. But it's like, you keep it, that atmosphere of yourself, of that fun, it's light, it's not like this blog of someone just like, I'm writing a review, I'm doing this, it's like blah. It's informational, but it's stuff you would actually do. Yeah,
and I wanted to make it, because I started it being just myself, and now I don't really write in the first person that much, unless it's like the Kyle Chronicles thing. But people who read it kind of, you know, knew it as my voice. So I want to keep that transparency and that like trust alive. Yeah. But also, you know, scale it as big as I can do. And, you know, there's so many bloggers out there who I think just take themselves so seriously.
They do themselves way too. Well, it's like their word is God all of a sudden.
Yeah. And like, I'm just not like, I'm not like that. Like, I'll try to take like a sexy picture of myself, and it's just like looks like so stupid.
It's cute. Well, okay, if you saw the post that I put up here before you came on earlier today, the picture of you in your underwear and your socks.
Oh yeah.
You do cute pictures really well.
Well, thank you.
Like, what do you mean by sexy?
Well, like I can't be sexy. I'll be cute, but I can't be sexy. Like, I can't like do like a model. I just can't.
You're not like Steven Deller and just like pull out a gay ass pic.
I can't do that. That's not me.
Love you, Steven.
But so for me, it was kind of like, I want to make this like, I'm having fun, but also do it in a way that like I'm not going to take myself seriously, because I don't, you know. And I don't think my website should either.
Well, no, but like the fun stuff, especially about your social feeds as well, the images you put up, especially your Instagram, it's very much what your blog is about. It's about lifestyle living.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like people hanging out around the pool, people drinking champagne, people going to brunch. It's like it's stuff that you would see other LA people doing. Yeah. But it's really you telling other people about, hey, I just went and did this, or here's a review about the Derby thing you guys went to, like different stuff like that. So I like the fact that it's not something that's like, I am this effervescent West Hollywood and Hamptons boy, and it's like it's you're right. I mean, too many people do take themselves way too fucking seriously.
So I'm just toning it down.
You're just like, I'm getting it less.
Yeah.
Ish.
Right.
So, but I mean, the great thing is about it, you do have a lot of stuff. There's something that was really cool on there that I liked. There was this Champagne Society. How did that get started?
So that got started. Had you been to Bagatelle when it was?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's a New York and like day club and restaurant.
Oh, then no, I haven't been to New York in years.
Well, no, but they had one in LA.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
And so I knew the managers and some of the promoters for it, so I just started to like bother them, be like, let's do something together with my blog, and they're like, all right. And
like, chill, girl.
Yeah, and then I like, you know, got them to eventually agree to kind of have like a pop-up store for my the products I sell on my site.
Yeah, right.
So it's like that. On Sundays they would close down, like black out the room, and just do like champagne showers.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Really fun. Was a really fun vibe. So which kind of was closely aligned with the brand of my site.
Got it.
So I said, go have champagne showers, and then come buy a T-shirt. So I would do like a little pop-up shop there, and then so that was and then I wanted to advertise that I was doing this, so I just said Champagne Society.
Right.
And then that kind of took off.
And so what, do you think it was just more the aspect of it being like this fun, like let's go champs and chill or something like that?
It's just kind of like, I just wanted it to be kind of like another extension of my website where it's like casual luxury.
Got it.
So it's just like, you don't have to like get dressed up, but you're going to be doing like high class things.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Which I think is very true to the spirit of the Hamptons and LA.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of
well, and the great thing of what you do, because when people think Hamptons, they do not think like I can do Hamptons on a budget. They don't. They think it's like Hamptons. I need to be $3.6 billion in air, and I can only be able to do that. And LA, it's like I need to go to, I don't know, buy you in order to afford a drink if it's something like that. But there's so many different ways to go and do champagne brunch or stuff like that.
For sure.
And you really kind of showcase the two of, hey, on the East Coast, here's exactly what you can do to high class it up.
You can still have like an aspirational life, but not
on a budget because gays are broke. Not really. This gay's broke. Okay. But the great thing about it, and even going back to kind of your store, it's fun stuff on there that, I mean, again, people, and it's a lot of people I know too, and I'm sure it's all the ones you know, they love the kitschy, funny, goofy shirts that has something just really simple and black or red and just like I'll read. Okay, so WeHo chic, which I absolutely love. Brunch so hard. Raised on champagne because I was raised on vodka and champagne, so my blood alcohol content is high. Your stomach flu isn't my goal weight, which I know lots of queens that say that shit out here a lot. And my absolute favorite, one mimosa holding OJ, because that is me. I don't drink juice. Unless it's cranberry because I have a UTI. But the great thing with that is it's not just also t-shirts. You do candles, you have art, you have face oil stuff, and lotions?
Yeah.
Body oil. That's what it was.
So the idea behind that store was I wanted to, again, it's about Hamptons in LA, so I wanted to highlight products that were made by people who live in the Hamptons in LA.
Okay.
So if you live in Wichita or whatever, you can buy into the lifestyle.
Got it.
So you can have like a Montauk candle, or you can buy, the face oil that people in LA are like using.
Got it.
So you can have a piece of Hampton
got it. So
from where
gotcha. And I like that because I know a lot of people that have that kind of montage of it, like a piece of wherever in your own home, even though you're not necessarily going to drive out or fly out anytime soon.
And I want it to just be like a destination where you can get all this stuff.
Yeah.
I call it like democratizing like casual luxury.
Ooh.
So you can anyone can like have this if you go to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, democratizing casual luxury. But I love that. But it's true. I mean, because again, it goes to your personality of just wanting to have people have a great time, enjoy what you enjoy, and sharing that basically with just anyone who wants to enjoy it right along with you.
Right.
And the fun stuff that you also do too is just especially with the fashion stuff. It's fun, flirty stuff, festivities. It's anything and everything. Is there a specific category you like a little bit more than the other? I personally like the food one, but
I was just going to
say,
well, I've gotten really into that, like just getting older, and like I like geek out over like getting like pots and pans now.
Because we are kidding. Oh, don't even say that because I believe it and it's true.
But like I love, and I do like a restaurant of the month every month. So
that's nice.
I just did Rockwell Table and Stage.
Oh, nice.
Has a new chef.
Oh, fantastic.
Who does all of Elton John's like Oscar parties.
Oh, okay.
So he has like they have really great food over there.
Oh, I love Rockwell.
So I do a restaurant of the month every month, and then I do like some recipes that so that's kind of like my my current favorite.
That's your current favorite. Right next to the Kyle Chronicles, food.
Yes.
Which honestly, I'm right there with you. But I also want to talk about a little bit because you actually have a book out as well that you did. And it was really cool. I kind of read a little bit of the preview on it, so everyone can kind of have an idea. It's called Uncharted Waters. It's basically the tale of two blue bloods and local island residents and the stuff they get into over the summer. And it's Kingston and Claire. must work out who are their allies before the summer fun transforms into a summer of peril. Yes. Abbreviated. Then the two they meet is Amelia and Kurt.
Right.
And so, was this from something you actually experienced in the Hamptons, or was this just out of blue sky, something you thought you'd be fun to do?
So it's a little bit of both. So the 4 characters are based on myself and 3 of my best friends from college.
Okay.
So I was in Australia and I wrote this book actually. So it was a long time ago, and I was kind of like
2009.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So and it just came out like last year.
Okay.
So I was homesick and I kind of wrote this story with exaggerated versions of ourselves and put them in the Hamptons where I have so much experience and like had so much fun. I like to say it's like a mixture of The Breakfast Club meets Cruel Intentions.
Ooh, I like that.
At the beach.
At the beach. Breakfast Club, Cruel Intentions. Okay, I can see that.
So,
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So it's like it's a young adult novel.
Okay.
And because that was the kind of books that I think were the most like formative for me. Like I read a lot, like I was telling you, and I read a lot of like YA books.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to pay like homage to that.
So what was your favorite like either series or author or something like that you would like binge all the time when you were growing up?
Well, I mean I've read, I don't know, this probably isn't young adult, but Goosebumps.
Oh, I love
Goosebumps.
Oh, I totally remember Goosebumps. I'm a 90s kid, of course I remember Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is good, and then I kind of started reading books like that like were not age appropriate, like James Patterson when I was like
I'm thinking
13.
one where you like the girl and the boy on the cover like making sweet love like, it's like he's like, and I know I'm gay, mommy, because of this book.
Yeah.
So really it was just more like, was it just more intellectually above your age or just more like
no, I don't know. I think it was more just like the content was more adult than I should have been reading at the time. Like James Patterson, he writes a lot about like sex. There's a lot of sex going on.
So like Anne Rice stuff.
Yeah,
kind of like Dorian Gray,
right?
And, like, things like that. It's the real Cinderella, like the stuff, because it's like it is graphic.
It was and I didn't like, understand at the time, and like going back, I'm like, oh
yeah.
But I mean, they were very influential in me.
So it's basically it's just these two guys or these two guys and this girl come.
So it's about
to the Hamptons.
The story is these two, Kingston and Claire, they've been going to like they have summer houses there. They're like living like
they're blue buds, so they
socialize. And then this guy Kurt comes to like work there for the summer.
Got it.
And this girl Amelia runs away from home and lands in Montauk. And then they all kind of like it's how their lives intersect.
Got it.
And in the Hamptons, there's always like a class war, you know, between like the locals and the people who just come for the summer and like how they don't get along. So it's like dealing with that, but like for young adults, kind of.
Oh, I saw that. I watched Revenge.
More drama. Exactly.
So it's very much just kind of a summer drama, pretty much.
Yeah, but I wanted to. I mean, I obviously again don't take myself very seriously, so I put in a lot of like funny nuggets in there too. So it's like a fun beach read basically.
Anything like your friends were like, "Girl, that's totally shade." When they read it.
When they first read it, they were like, "Oh."
It's like, "Oh, she knows.
Yeah,
she knows what she did.
Yeah,
she knows."
Yeah.
So, so that came out just a couple years ago, and you did a few book signings. Where besides Amazon, is there anywhere they can find it out locally?
You can find it at Book Soup.
Love Book Soup, right down the street on Sunset.
That was where I had my first book signing.
Oh, fantastic!
So I did like a cool Q&A and read some of the book, and yeah.
So what is your going back to from Hamptons to Hollywood? What is your we understand what your mantra of it all is to give people a little piece of luxury living from either LA or from the Hamptons.
Yeah.
But like, what do you like? Either any advice or anything you usually tell people on when they either come up and ask you or send you a message about, hey, what like suggestions can you give me about different things I'd like to do in order to kind of class up an event or class up something that I'm doing or things with my friends? Like, what directions do you usually give people?
I always say. I mean, I guess it depends. I've definitely become like the go-to person. Like people will text me and be like, "Hey, my cousin's coming to LA this weekend, and I want to go to Malibu. Where should I go?"
Got it.
You know, stuff like that. As far as like events, I think that I'm a big fan of just like simplicity can be like sophistication. So like you know, you don't have to go like crazy. Have like a. I have had like people be like, you know, I'm having this and this and this and this for my party. And I'm like, just do like cut that in half and just like get a nice tablecloth
Right.
and cook like a really good like one dish of like a really good like sangria or something, and then just like have fun.
Do a couple things really well and leave it that kind of
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
For because I know you've done a little bit with like dating stuff and some like. I wouldn't necessarily say matchmaking, but kind of like matchmaking. Kind of like, what do you do a little bit with that as well?
So I was approached by Chappie, which is a newer dating app.
Kyle Chronicles article.
Yes. And they approached me and said, would you want to be an ambassador?
Okay.
And we're actually having a charity event or volunteer event at Vanderpump Dogs on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So
this coming Saturday?
Yeah. But they approached me and said, would you want to like partner on like hosting events or whatever? So I'm doing some content with them now on my blog. And basically, it's, I guess, like a column, but I kind of wanted to be, I'm like a hopeful romantic, I like to say. So I would like kind of, the Kyle Chronicles, where I'm incorporating Chappie into this, is having like a column where I'm kind of being the every gay, or the everyman, and experiencing like relationships, be them platonic or romantic. So going out on dates and like, the funny stories that occur from dating in LA.
Oh God, there's epic ones.
Yeah, so I kind of want to be the voice that, or I'm kind of in this column or this, on my site, I'm the voice that everyone can kind of like relate to and be like, I've been there, like, and it's crazy.
So what type of because there are endless gay dating apps out there.
Yeah.
What kind of app can people expect from Chappie?
It's cool. So it's like you can set your settings to Mr. Right or Mr. Right Now.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess it would be like Grindr and Tinder, but like in one app.
Okay.
So, or there's like Mr. Who Knows, where you don't really know how you're feeling that day.
Got it.
So it's kind of like something for everyone, but it's kind of, I met with the founders a couple of months ago, like around Pride time.
Okay.
And they just have like a really classy approach to it, which I liked and kind of,
well, and that's the hard thing right now, and I was just actually talking to a friend about this, where it's like, especially the Grindr, the Jacked, the Scruff, all these other ones that are Bumble, Jumble, Jumped, I don't know.
Right.
I keep losing track. There's so many things, but they just become this monotonous roulette of just man after man after man, just like, hey, top or bottom, DTF, like all this stuff, like, and it really just loses the intrigue of finding someone, romance a little bit.
It does.
Like all that stuff. What would advice you give to people that are either, let's go for the first one, looking for Mr. Right. Like what would advice do you give to someone looking for Mr. Right through the app Chappie?
I would say, so set your settings to Mr. Right, because that's what you're looking for. But I don't know. I think just like old-fashioned like flirting and engaging, and if you get to the point, which I hope everyone does, is like, because I think everyone kind of gets annoyed by endless texting.
Yes, I hate it.
I guess being from the East Coast, I'm like, let's go on a date.
Yeah,
like
let's meet.
Let's talk. Set a time. So I would say like encourage them to like set a date. Okay. Like be kind of like flirty, or like don't give too much away. Like in the interim of when you set the date and when the date is, like kind of like don't talk every day. No dick pics. Don't flirt ever. Just be coy and
coy. Got it.
But I'm also like a big proponent of like, I don't like playing the game.
Yeah.
Because
we got things to do.
I'm not good at it.
He's like, I got things to do. Okay, so let's go to the other end of Mr. Right Now.
Right.
What would you say to someone looking for just...
I think just be honest. I think just be like transparent and just be like, this is like what I want. Okay. Like, are you down? But obviously if you're both Mr. Right Now, obviously,
I mean, it's given.
Right. So I would just be honest and be like, let's go, or you know what I mean? Like whatever. Your place or mine.
Right, exactly. Your place or mine. And before you do, you can stop at the LGBT Center in West Hollywood and get tested and get your PrEP.
Yes.
So that way you guys can be safe and secure and then buy your condoms. I don't know, anywhere along this entire street. Cheech Lures, I don't freaking care. And then for Mr. Not Sure, or what was it?
Mr. Who Knows.
Who knows. So that one's kind of like a teeter. So how does that come across with Mr. Who Knows?
Yeah, I think those are the ones that you have to like kind of impress more.
Okay.
You have to, you don't know what they want. So I would say just be yourself.
Okay.
Because if you can only be yourself, and if they don't like who you are, then they're not going to like you if you want to hook up with them or to get married.
Got it.
Do you know what I mean?
So
just be yourself.
So like Mama Ruth says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anyone else?
Exactly.
Oh God, I watch too much TV. But so it's really, so it sounds like more like you said. I love the idea of it being a hybrid between a traditional gay hookup app and like something a little bit more of looking for love in all the right places kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And have they just been in production or out just like recently, or how long have they been out for?
They had their LA launch at Pride.
At Pride, okay, so in June.
A big Pride party at One Oak, and now they're doing some more. We had a mixer maybe a month or two ago.
Okay.
So they're just they're coming to LA. They've been in New York. They're in the UK. So they're getting they're going global.
They got it. Okay. So and do they have like a location, like a physical location out here? Like like Grindr's in the PDC, Tinder's up here on Sunset.
Not yet. I think they're doing kind of like satellite.
Got it. So they're just kind of like posting up a little bit just to kind of check it out. Okay.
Right.
So for anyone just kind of I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions of some of your favorite things to do either in LA and the Hamptons and some like tips you can give just off the top of your head to people. So for the Hamptons, what's your favorite restaurant to go for like either brunch, lunch, or dinner? Like if you had to pick, you'd be there 24/7 if you could.
There's a really fun restaurant. It's kind of like off the beaten path in Montauk, and it's called Navy Beach.
Okay.
And you can like go inside and have like they have really cool like nautical decor.
Okay.
But outside you can like sit in the sand and like literally like yachts pull up and just like come in from the ocean, so you can like see boats go by. It's very like rosé centric.
Got it.
Which is good for summer. So that would be like my fun.
Okay, so we'll do flip side now for West Coast. So for LA, what's your favorite place? Same question. I know it's hard because there are a lot of great places here, but I'd say probably since you're closer to the West Hollywood, I'd say anywhere between like Hollywood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, kind of that little strip area.
Yeah. My favorite place to go? Well,
like is there a place you guys frequent more often than others?
Right. St. Felix has a really good happy hour.
They do.
I would suggest doing that. I just wrote a West Hollywood guidebook on my site, which has a lot of stuff. I mean, if you want to be touristy, the Ivy is really fun.
The Ivy is really good. I agree. Well, you can sometimes see celebrities there too, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, just if you want to have a fun, make a day of like it, go to the Ivy. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many good spots. I want to try. I have not been to Catch yet, and I love seafood, fantastic. So that would be.
Catch is really good. I've been there for a couple events, and the food's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite on Melrose is Gracias Madre. I'm not a vegan person at all.
Yeah, but you can't tell.
You can't tell. I had pulled pork there that was fruit. It tasted like pulled pork, but it was some weird fruit that they said, and I was just like, you're kidding me. And like they're like, no, it's a vegan restaurant. There's no meat here.
There's also a really good restaurant. I just thought of it. It's called Open Sesame.
Okay. And
it's on Beverly, I think. And it's like a super like casual. If you want like a dinner, like a cute low key date night.
Okay. Beverly and what? Like around
Fairfax.
Okay.
Ish. But they have a location in Long Beach. Now they're coming to LA, and it's like Lebanese food.
Oh, okay.
So it's different, but it's really good.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so we'll jump back over to the East Coast. So for favorite activity in the Hamptons, like I don't even know what they do. Polo?
They have a big polo tournament.
Okay.
Well, there's the Hampton Classic is a really cool horse show.
Okay.
That is at the end of summer, so that's like coming up. That's really fun. And then if you want to just like live music or like go to a bar, the Surf Lodge is like the spot to go.
And then we're gonna flip that to LA. Oh gosh, this is gonna be hard because best place to like hang out. Let's do. I'm just gonna like favorite. Do you go downtown a lot at all?
No.
Okay, so let's just stick with WeHo. Favorite WeHo hangout.
I'm gonna sound so basic, but I really love Pump.
Okay, Pump's a really great spot.
I love Pump. I think it's really like, cool inside, and it's like just chill, loungy.
I don't know. Did you ever see it before when it was the vacant lot? Before
I don't remember.
Okay, well, I was so impressed because where the actual main with the olive trees and everything are right there, it was a parking lot.
Right.
And it transformed, and I didn't even realize how much actual space they had until they started building everything out.
Yeah.
And you get back there and you're like, holy crap, it does go all the way back.
Yeah. It's so pretty inside.
It's really the only thing is like they didn't make it my height appropriate. So olive tree line starts here, my face starts here. Yeah. So it works for Kyle. It doesn't work for me. But other than that, they did a really great renovation job, and it's a fun. Right there on the corner.
And on Sundays, I think happy hour you can get a pitcher of like a Pump and Glory or whatever it is for like $30.
Awesome. So there you go for Pump. And then we'll just do one more for both sides. So for East Coast, I had one. Favorite place to go, like if you wanted to go like shop for fun, either clothes or tchotchke, like someplace to go like shopping
in the Hamptons. Mm-hmm. Probably like East Hampton has really cool stores. They have 3 Ralph Lauren stores, like 3 in this like a block.
So they do. A lot of people need their polo shirts, their shorts.
There are polo matches to attend. So yeah,
their boat shoes. They need their cardigans.
But
oh god, I'm being so shady. Sorry.
Main Street East Hampton has good stuff. They have a candy store.
And it's Ralph Lauren, not Ralph Lauren. If I hear someone else say that, I'm going to shoot you. Seriously, Lauren. It's spelled and sounds the way it is.
Yes.
Lauren is stupid.
Fake pretentious.
I always know when they're tourists when they walk by. Oh, let's go to Ralph Lauren. I'm like,
yes.
Like it is a store. Glad. It's not a freaking bougie ass French restaurant.
Right.
Okay, and then flip side to LA. What's like your favorite place to go like shop? And you can't say the Grove, and you can't say Beverly Center. Like a fun place like what you were saying before, like a place to go and like shops. Because it's a mall and it's the Grove and
right. I feel like Melrose is like whatever it is, but they have cool like more east of like they have cool little like stores that you would never
the greatest part is like there's that little section right between like just past San Vicente and right before La Cienega, and then if you go a little further down, just like right past
Crescent Heights.
Right between Crescent Heights and just past Fairfax by Fairfax High.
Yeah, they have like really cool like independent stores that have like
there's a
nice
ton of
stuff.
Them.
Yeah.
I mean that whole thing right up to La Brea has just stores out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for the insight. And if you ever want to check out any other stuff, definitely go hamptonstohollywood.com. And you can check out all the information that Kyle has up on there, which is some great information, great blogs, just fun stuff, and just things you can just check out here in your community. And if you ever go to the East Coast, things you can check out on the East Coast. We want to do a special thank you again to our sponsors, Gaylifela.com and White Rabbit Partners for the amazing studio we have today. And then also our special sponsor for the month, Impulse Group. And they have a special thing they want to tell you coming up September 9th. They have Impulse Group members coming from around the world that will converge into West Hollywood at the Ondas West Hollywood for their big party called Soaked. It's a pool party on the rooftop. It's so much fun. Crazy packed boys. So, enough said. And tickets are only $10. So, I mean, don't buy a drink at the Abbey and go there. So, and check out it at the Impulse LA page for Facebook for full details and a link to to buy your tickets and stuff with that. But thank you again, Kyle, for coming. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And seriously, check out his information on the lower third on his side where his name is. You'll see all his links to his Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so you can find out and check out all the different things he does on a day-to-day basis. Thank you all so much again for an amazing week. And check out next week, we'll have the amazing Magnus Hastings, who is the photographer of the Drag Queens Extraordinaire. Went to his gallery, and this guy's genius, and he has shot everyone from Alaska to Lady Bunny. So definitely want to check it out. It'll be so much fun. And thank you guys for tuning in this week. Have a great time. Bye.